Alright, hello YouTube. I'm gonna show you today how to build a piece of Warhammer 40k terrain, and it's a sewage silo. I guess it could also be an oil drum or something. And what you need are scissors. Sorry, not scissors. Clippers. You might need a good pair and a crappy pair. A crappy pair that you're not afraid to bang up, break up. So, and having a power drill might also be useful, but it's not completely necessary. And for actually building materials, you need bits of sprue. Oh, by the way, you also need glue, etc., plastic glue and super glue, blah blah blah. And you need bits of sprue, which you're gonna stick together. And so yeah, bits of sprue. If you don't know what a sprue is, it's basically like what your models come in, like that. Yeah. So you're also going to need a can. Now, it doesn't really matter what can you want. It all depends on the what you're gonna build. And just to show you kind of the ratio of the can that I used, it's that size compared to a model. Okay. Sorry, camera's not very clear. And alright, now I'll show you how I built it. I took bits of sprue and I cut them out. The length of this is, for each of the supports, I had to make two of these support thingies. These will be where the thing will be standing on. Do that there. That can be moved around. I haven't decided whether I'm going to make a base for it or not. And so yeah, these are actually two back-to-back sprue pieces. I think that on estimation they're about 2 inches long. I just glued them back to back and then glued them on this. Got two of those, and then another one here. This piece I'll get onto later. And yeah, so that's how I built this supports. And for the can, you might want to have it's like war torn for mine. You don't have to make it like this, but I think it doesn't look bad. So basically, I took my crappy clippers and actually drilled a hole. But if you work hard enough, I'm sure you can get a gash. And then basically, you just take it with your clippers and just kind of like wrench it open. A wound like this, you could say, maybe could have been caused by a heavy-duty buzzsaw or a Tyranid Carnifex or something like that. And so yeah, you've just got this big gaping metal gash. And make sure you take the sides and twist them so that they're like facing outwards, and it really looks like it's destroyed, just being ripped apart. Just blah. Yeah. So alright, and show you what's next. Alright, with these two I'm gonna stand them up, and I made this piece extra long. This is gonna hold the side of the sewage container. And so I made it extra long so I could trim it down to check which place it would be on. And then, so yeah, you put the sprues like that with support struts. And then I'm just gonna see how far it goes, and then I'm gonna glue it on. Oh, by the way, you should probably around your can, your struts should fit just like that, so that the legs are just by the side, and they should fit perfectly like that, just like that. So anyway, and so yeah, now I'm gonna just measure it. Just gonna glue it all together and stuff. Okay, now I've glued the supports and the legs that will be holding it on. I need to glue the other pair of legs. But I've got these two things to hold the sides. Everything is being super glued since it's a metal can. And now just get my super glue and I'm just gonna glue this on. So I'm gonna hopefully it'll be bouncing. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so we'll just have to see. Okay, so here it is. Now this is not completely finished yet. Just as you've seen, I made these extra long so that, you know, I could have it any measure. Now I'll just trim those, making sure it's straight. There you go. And so, yeah, there it is. One of the legs wasn't long enough. I didn't measure it exact, but this leg here, it wasn't long enough and it was wobbly. So I just stuck just a bit of sprue at the end. And don't worry if it looks like really shitty, because, well, I mean, it's supposed to. Now, so yeah, you could just have like, I don't know, you could just get some scratches into your sprues with some clippers, whatever. I've strengthened all of the joints with super glue, because, you know, it's, yeah. I have a bit of a wobbly joint, but I've added some super glue and it's okay now. Alright, so there it is. Easy, simple, cheap. Just spare sprue, a tin. Actually, this one was a corn tin. Just, you know, some clippers, pliers even would work. And there it is. And yeah, so the only thing I changed is that I added some extra supports down here because I thought that the beams, they just looked a bit thin, so I added extra. So I made the sprues back to back to make it look thicker, and I trimmed the edges off all the things. So yeah, and I'm gonna make another video about how I painted it. Alright, so see you next time. This is MechDaka signing off.